Hey guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Now in today's video, we are going to be talking about the best trading routine that I do every single Sunday to ensure that I go into the week with some sort of game plan, strategy, approach to make money. At the end of the day, as traders, as investors, our job is to pretty much make money. So how can I separate myself from other investors and other traders? It's to actually put in the time to scan for opportunity, go through your watch list, set alerts, be prepared. All of that stuff is crucial to becoming a profitable trader. I always imagine the week ahead like an NFL team ready to go into the Super Bowl. Do you think they have an offensive playbook, a defensive playbook, a general idea of what they're going to do? Absolutely. You got to have that same approach, same mentality when it comes with mastering the stock market and trading through it. So I'm going to be showing you guys exactly what I do every single Sunday. So like, follow, and if you want to learn more, check out our school, and you guys can get 50% off by using code FALL. An early fall sale, 4 spots left for that code, so check it out down below. And we have private live streams, quizzes, lectures, or group chat. But, more importantly, we actually teach you how to build your strategy, how to find stocks. It's not alerts or anything like that. So check it out down below. And enough with that. And let's dive into this here. And obviously, if you guys are watching, yes, go Lions. Maybe if they win, we'll do a crazy sale. So, all right, enough with that, and let's jump into this. So the first thing that I actually always do is I'm going to show you stocks that we're holding. Really, the main stock we're holding is this Walmart position. And you guys can see this was just a pure trend line play. If we go ahead and we look at, these huge supports, you guys can see just this general support here on that blue line, hits it several times, great buying pressure, MACD crossover. Stock went from pretty much 96 cruising its way up. The goal is for it to be at about 103. As we had that first pullback, we did sell about 80% of our shares. We're holding the remainder 20 to see if we can get a push up to that 103, 104 level. But as of right now, locked in guaranteed profit, which is exactly what we want. And if we go ahead and we look at that hourly time frame, you guys can see the huge breakout, kind of why we got in. Huge breakout, new trend line formed. And so got in near and around the 97.20 area, and now it's rallying its way up. So great trade up, actually we took profit at like a couple $100. I think it was like $375 or something along those lines. So only got in this trade for about 4 days and we made $300. Can't beat that at all. So, let's go ahead. We can get those indicators back up. And now let's show you guys kind of the stocks that we are looking for potential here. So one of the ones that I like is ROL for this week. You guys can see this is a 90-day moving average play. It's hit that blue line once, twice, 3 times. Each and every time it found natural tendencies of getting buying pressure. We haven't had that MACD crossover yet, but on the daily time frame, often the MACD is going to be a little bit delayed. So we're going to go ahead and remove that and get the RSI up there, which will help finding those good entry points. So right now it's trading for a 44. The last time it was trading for a 44, it was back in this range where we saw a move from 56 to about $59. So good move on there. Now going ahead and going to that hourly time frame, you guys can see that one of the main reasons why I like this is because we are starting to find some new support, right? You guys can see the supports kind of flat. So realistically, for us to get in on a breakout, I'm going to just throw an alert, honestly, above, I'm going to call it the 56 area. So we'll go ahead, throw an alert there, 56.97, perfect. So now if this thing pops up above that 200-day moving average line, we're ready to rock and roll. Another stock I like is Procter & Gamble. Good hourly upward trend, which is one of the things that I really like about this. So you guys can kind of see something like that, good upward trend. But if we go ahead and we go to that daily, we are still on the long-term downward trend. So what I like and what I want to do here is throw this alert, something along those lines like this. So now if it pops up above, I'm going to call this honestly, this 162 area. If it pops up above that, that's kind of the move that I like, because that would be a huge breakout. That would be above that 200-day moving average line, above that old trend line. So one that I like a lot here. Another one is GFL. We've traded this thing in the past several times. Good upward trend, heavy support on that 200-day moving average line. So I'm just going to honestly just throw an alert down at it and kind of watch for that there. Also going to that hourly trend line here. Pretty steep sell off, so we're just going to wait a little bit and see if a new trend line forms on that hourly time frame. Then we got EQT. EQT, if we go ahead and we look at that daily time frame here, and everybody asks, they go, what broker do I use? I use Moomoo. There's a link down below where you guys can get up to 60 free stocks. So we've traded this one in the past down in this range. Obviously, I wish we would have held it, because this thing would have almost doubled. But nevertheless, heavy support on the 200-day moving average line. It's pretty flat there, so we're going to hold off on alerts on the daily on this. But going to the hourly, let's kind of see where that resistance is at. So we do have what looks like a bunch of resistance at about 52, bunch of support down here at about 50. So let's go ahead, throw an alert down here at that support here and see if we can get a good buy at it. We got CME. Another one here, we'll just throw an alert above that 200-day moving average line. Going to the daily time frame, you guys can see just the heavy amount of buying pressure we could see on that 200-day moving average line. Traded this one in the past. This is HDB. HDB sold off from 79 all the way to $70, sell off of about 15%. Now looking at like that hourly, you guys can see just that general downward trend. I'm just going to throw an alert in this range just so we can see if it does get a little bit of some buying pressure. Palantir, honestly, throwing an alert above the 200-day moving average line. Obviously, it is calling for a short side potential. Costco, I like if it dips back down to some of these moving average lines. Microsoft, good sell off. So we'll throw an alert above, here. Honestly, Microsoft's a good play just to kind of average into, given the sell off. It's sold off here from 550 to about 500. So it could represent a good opportunity to hop in at a cheaper price. We got FI. I'm not a big fan of this one. We're going to just delete this one. CrowdStrike, kind of trading on that 200-day moving average line. And then we got RSG, possible breakout coming soon. So obviously, guys, great opportunity in the market, as you guys can see. So, realistically for this week, I think it's about being smart. Obviously, every week you should be smart, but, especially with, I'm not saying a lot of A+ setups. There's a lot of C+ to B+ setup. So we just got to be cautious, always choose quality, making sure our stocks follow our approach, follow our checklist, and we'll be looking good, guys. So don't forget, check out our school. And if you want to sign up with Moomoo, there's a link down below for you guys. So follow, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care.